So it's been common practice by public companies to have risk oversight handled by the audit committee,
Yes.
right? What are some of the pros and cons of this?
Audit committee members are usually very financially savvy. That's why they're on there. So there's CFOs and CPAs and people who have run companies or divisions. So that profile of executive has a good viewpoint of risk. They've handled a lot of risk in their executive lives. So it's an appropriate place. It's also a place where you deep dive into the financials of a company. It is appropriate to that extent. Now, again, as we said, if you are in defense contracting, if you are making fighter jets, you possibly don't have enough skill on just the audit committee to handle risk, and you probably don't have enough time on the agenda actually in an audit committee meeting to handle that amount of risk. So at that point, it's very advisable to have a risk committee. So when I was in the energy industry, that had a lot of inherent risk from an infrastructure standpoint, we definitely had a risk committee in addition to the audit committee. And that is always situationally appropriate. And I think every board has to think, what is really appropriate for this board? Some boards have separate strategy committees. There are some boards that have corporate responsibility committees. Really depends. The number of committees and the types of committees really, just like the skills of the portfolio of board members, really should be determined by what does the company need as determined by the strategy.